for being here. Thank you so much. Today, I want to talk to you about what is editing. I got a question the other day from one of my Instagram followers. They were looking for an editor to edit a book. And I was like, oh, yeah, here you can go here, you can go here. This is what you do. And then it dawned on me, I was like, oh, I'm an editor. And I was like, tell me, how many words do you have? How many pages do you have? Who's your target audience? Because I can help you with your editing project. So let's get on a call. And then we got on a call. Well, we booked a call, and the call is actually happening this evening. But you know what? It reminded me of some questions that I got in my groups. And I was like, you know what? A lot of people ask questions about editing. So let me just explain to you what editing is in general. So here's a general, quick, just Google response. Editing is the process in which a human being will read another human being's work and give them feedback and recommendations on how to make it better. An editor, a really good editor, is going to look at how does the content flow? Does it make sense? Is it interesting? Is it something that people are going to want to read? That is the power of a really good editor, okay? Somebody that is going to really sit down and pay attention to what it is that your ideas are. So if you're writing a book, or you have a blog, or you're creating maybe an important email research paper essay, it's important for you to have an editor go through it and read it for you and make sure that it makes sense. Because when you're reading your own work, you're not really reading your own work. You're thinking about your work. And there's a difference. You're not noticing the mistakes. You're not noticing the lack of structure or the lack of flow. You have ideas all over the place. And so that's how ideas come out like this, all over the place, because you're a creative. So the editor is going to read your words, and they're going to make sure that your words make sense. They're going to make sure that your words are the appropriate words for your audience. Okay? So there's another part of it. A really good editor is going to tell you if your content is appropriate. Does it match your audience? So that is why it is so important for you to think about who you're writing to. Just like back in the day when you were in high school or college, right? And you had papers that research, remember that? Hopefully you had good teachers for English. Sorry you didn't have good teachers. I was a history teacher and I was an English teacher for years. And so this is one of the things that I love to talk about and I love to think about, because I've been writing since I was about 12, just in my journal. Hi, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Hey there. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. And please do me a favor. If this is something that's helping you, please share it with someone else so that way my YouTube channel can continue to grow. I appreciate you guys. So I always love to read other people's essays. So there have been people that were writing their college essay, and they wanted a really good they wanted to make a really good impression. And so I would help them make their essay better, make it sound more educated, more professional, make it sound more interesting, entertaining, and hook for the audience, right? So, depending on who you're writing for, that is going to make the difference in how your writing is presented. Okay. So, looking for an editor, I want you to go on the internet and just type in how to find a good editor and start getting on calls with people, interviewing them, asking them to see their work, asking them to see their testimonials, and asking them to see their contracts. I was just on a call today with a prospective client, and we talked about her book. We talked about what I do, my process. We talked about what editing is overall, how many rounds of editing I add. And in the end, I told her, I said, okay, here's my information. Here's my contract. She's already looked at my testimonial, so she knows pretty much what I do. And then, if she comes back and hires me, awesome. If not, that's okay because I gave her an education today. And I want to give you a quick education on editing. There's about 5 rounds, 5 or 6 rounds. Okay. Round one is called proofreading. I know you've heard of proofreading. Okay. That is where someone just looks at it and they just go like this. Oh, okay. Does it make sense? And you show them proof that, yeah, it makes sense. Or no, it doesn't make sense. I would recommend, so this is just recommendations, suggestions, aha moments. Oh, I learned something. That's all it is one look. It's an extra set of eyes. Okay. Two, the next part of it is now that they have an idea as to whether it's good or not, now they're going to make changes and they're going to give it back to you. So this is the second round of edits. This is called developmental edits. And this is where they're going to help you develop a better manuscript, okay, which is a book. But you can be writing a research paper, a dissertation, a thesis, right? College. Raise your hand if you're in college, right? You still need an editor to go over your work, okay? Just to make it sound as beautiful as it can, okay? So, proofreading, round one, developmental edits, round two. Then you're going to have a beta team read the work and give you feedback about what they thought. The beta readers should be people that are in the target audience, okay? The beta readers are going to tell you whether or not it makes sense, and they're going to tell you what they want to know next. They're going to have questions, okay? That's round three. Round four is the formatting and then the line editing. Line editing is just like this. Line